I'm back. It's your boy Captain Cooler. I have something very exciting here. I have my first unboxing winner. The first beer that I did my unboxing for, I have the winner. You know what I mean? I told you guys to make sure you chimed in and let me know which beer it is and which one I should do. Well, I have the winner. So I'm going to show you guys how it lines up. I'm going to show you guys how it pairs. Stay tuned. It's the Captain Cooler Show. Welcome back to another episode of the Captain Cooler Show. I have the winner of my first unboxing, my first official unboxing. I have it here. It's in the cooler, cooling off. If you've been watching my Instagram at the Captain Cooler on Instagram, you know that I had my winner, and that winner is MOMO. It's a special beer. Let me grab it out the cooler before I go to and get too in depth with it. Check it out. These guys, this is OGOPOGO Brewing Company out of San Gabriel, California. It is a berry Cobbler IPA running on 8.5. So let's get into it. So this thing is cool. I like what's going on here. But before I pop this thing, I want you to check out the can. So check out the can. If you can't see it on your iPhone or your Android device or your television, make sure you follow me at the Captain Cooler on Instagram. That's the Captain Cooler on Instagram. Follow me. Do the right thing. I don't know. So the can is cool, very cool. It has this Sasquatch on there. The name is MOMO. This thing has a lot of goodies inside of it. It's a little different. Like I said, it's a berry Cobbler IPA. It has blackberry, strawberry, blueberry, vanilla bean, lactose, mosaic, and graham crackers inside this thing. This thing is this is gonna be a almost like a milkshake type of beer. It looks like it has an apple in there and a piece of like a loaf of bread in that picnic basket. Before I even pop this thing, there's a little message on the back of it, and I want to read it. And I love these messages. I just get excited when there's like little stories, little backstories on the can. So let's get to it. So MOMO is the name of a Missouri legend similar to Bigfoot. The name MOMO is short for Missouri Monster. Reports describe MOMO as a foul-smelling, hairy monster that leaves three-toe footprints across the countryside while causing mischief. According to witnesses, the creature has been known to liberate personal items, specifically baked goods and picnic baskets. What that sounds like to me is Yogi the Bear. You know, Yogi, if you watch the cartoon Yogi the Bear. Yogi the Bear, that's all he did back then. He went and grabbed picnic baskets, and Yogi the Bear. It sounds like Yogi the Bear grabs a picnic basket and he would eat it, and he had a friend named Boo Boo. So MOMO, I don't know if this is a Sasquatch. Okay, so with that said, you already know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna say. It's time to pop this thing. So let's see how this thing pops. It just gets me excited when I do this. I love that sound. Now, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pour it in the glass and see how it smells. Wow. It almost looks like it almost looks like a dark grapefruit juice. You know, check out the color, pretty cool. Has that grapefruit juice look to it. Blackberry in it. It has strawberry. Has vanilla bean, lactose, mosaic, graham crackers. The color, look at that color. That's unreal. That's almost like I said, a grapefruit, or it's like a almost like ruby red grapefruit juice. Real interesting color for a beer. I can't wait to take a whiff. Very cool. All right, so you already know what I'm gonna do. It's time for me to see how this thing smells. Let's see how it smells. So it almost smells. It has like a fruity, because it has all that. It has that berry in there, the blackberry, the strawberry. It has that. It's like a lot of berries. It almost smells like Hawaiian punch almost. It has like a little Hawaiian punch mixed with like a wine kind of smell. Just the smell of it. So you already know what I'm gonna do. Now it's time for me to take a sip. So let's see how this thing, see how it tastes. Very interesting taste. This thing, it's an interesting taste. It's almost like it's almost like, if I was gonna put it in its own category, it is almost like a sour that's not sour, if you can understand what I'm saying. It's like a sour that's not sour. It's like a sour with like the elements of a sour, but without the sour inside of it. So, matter of fact, you already know what I'm gonna say. One more sip. So let's get into my 5 categories. So you have the surroundings, you have the climate, the food pairing, the taste, and the conclusion. So before I even go into all that, let me give a special shout out to my boy, one of my #1 supporters of the Captain Cooler Show, my channel, which is, I'm trying to get it to go. It's going. My boy John Roberts, he's the one that was the one that said, hey, do this one. You know what I mean? He hit me up on my my comment section, and he was like, hey, that one seems very interesting. I want to see that one. So this right here is dedicated to my boy John Roberts, the OGOPOGO MOMO. This is a berry Cobbler IPA. So let's get into it. So the 5 categories, let's do it. So my surroundings, day, night, lunchtime. I'm feeling like the MOMO. I'm feeling like this thing is definitely a day beer because of the funkiness of it. It's so odd, and it has that, like I said, it's like has that sour, but not being as sour. It's a very unique beer, very unique IPA. So with the climate, on this one, because it has the strawberries, it has the blackberries, it has the lactose, it has all that stuff in there, the graham cracker, I'm feeling like this is more of a spring beer. I don't know why. It just screams out springtime for this one. So the food pairing, since this is my only beer that I have with this one, I really didn't have any opportunity to go in and pair it up with food. Shout out to my new producer, Aaron, for getting this one for me. This is a good one. I'm going to say by just one more sip. One more sip. Did I mention this is running at 8.5? Berry Cobbler IPA 8.5. So with the food pairing on this one, I'm feeling like this would be good for finger foods, like potato chips, something at a party. You know, the can alone is very interesting. That's a really cool conversational piece. People will say, "Oh, what's that? Why is the Sasquatch there? What's going on?" The color is very interesting. So I'm feeling like this is just a springtime party. Food pairing would be like party food. Anything that you go to a party and you have finger foods, this would definitely fit the bill. I feel like that right there would be the food for that. That's my opinion on that. So the taste, the drinkability, the ease of consumption. So with the one more sip. One more sip. It just keeps surprising me every single time that I take a sip of this. I'm expecting a sour to come in. I'm expecting like a sour after note to come in, but it doesn't. It almost has that. It's almost like I said, it's a sour without being sour. It's a sweet beer. Almost not, I won't even say wine. It doesn't even, it's very unique. You have to try this yourself. Just to try it yourself and hit me in the comment section. Get it and try it. Let me know what you think about it, because it's a very interesting beer. So the ease of consumption, it is running at 8.5, where that if you drink a lot of these right here, you're definitely gonna feel them. But it's very easy to sip. You don't like, I'm sipping it and it doesn't really feel like anything's going to happen, but I guarantee you something is going to happen since it's running at 8.5. But it's easy. It's an easy beer to drink. It's one more sip. It's easy to drink. Very easy to drink. So, my conclusion, what I'm going to rate MOMO by OGOPOGO Brewing Company out of San Gabriel, California. These guys are running at 8.5. What I'm going to give this beer, OGOPOGO Brewing Company, Berry Cobbler IPA. I'm feeling like I'm gonna give you guys a heavy. One more sip. One more sip. I'm gonna give you guys a heavy 5 ice bags of heavy ice for MOMO by OGOPOGO Brewing Company out of San Gabriel, California, running at 8.5. That's how I feel about it. It's 5 ice bags for you guys. It's very interesting beer. Wait, before I go, I gotta tell you a story. Oh, before I even tell the story, again, shout out to John Roberts. He's the one that, again, selected this one. He supports the channel. So I have something special coming that he hooked me up with. So that's coming soon. But I have a story regarding the Sasquatch. And it's a pretty serious story. And it goes like this. So I'm hanging with my close friend, Aiden Powers. And he's a avid turtle rescuer. So he goes out to his local pond and he rescues turtles. And he tells me, he goes, "Captain, I've seen a Sasquatch." And I looked at him. I thought he was joking at first. And then I'm like, "What do you mean? I've never seen a Sasquatch. I've never seen Bigfoot." So he goes, "Let me show you what's going on." So he drives me to this secluded location. And it's like the power companies come out and they clear out the land so they can put the electrical grid, the electrical wiring, the poles all the way down. And he goes, "You know what this is?" And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's just a path for the electrical lines. And he looks at me dead in my eyes. He goes, "Captain, this is the Sasquatch Highway." And I was amazed. And he goes, "This is not just the Sasquatch Highway. This is where they live. This is where they migrate." So I said, "Whoa." And he throws a bigger bombshell. This is tough for me to like talk about. So he goes, "I actually fought and won. I beat up a Sasquatch." So I was intrigued. I said, "What happened?" He goes, "He was at his local pond rescuing turtles with his two sons. And he seen a Sasquatch across the pond. And the Sasquatch appeared to have a turtle in his grips, in his hands. And because he's an avid turtle rescuer, told his boys, says, "Boys, stay here. I'm gonna see what's going on." So what he did was he remembered him watching the Predator movies, and the character Dutch, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. He remembered Dutch when he wanted to kill or fight the Predator. What he did was he covered his whole body with mud. So that's what he did. He learned these techniques from the Predator movie. And what he did, he seen mud, put it all over his body, and then he crept up on the Sasquatch, and the Sasquatch was holding the turtle like it was going to either eat the turtle or harm the turtle. So what he did was he hid behind a tree, and then right at the perfect timing, because he knows what he's doing. He's been watching these movies. Perfect timing. He jumps out, gets on the Sasquatch. He does like if you watch wrestling, he told me he did like a Coco Beware / Ric Flair kind of move. And to make a long story short, he does this move. The Sasquatch taps out and runs, and he saves the turtle. He takes the turtle and he gently kisses the turtle shell and places the turtle back into the pond. That's an amazing story. Aiden Powers. Amazing guy. Really good. So, with that said, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. It's your boy Captain Cooler. Peace. And I'm out.
This is a Perpetuity production.